Hey everybody, it's time for another RedNeck review with Robert. Today we are going over the Superior Spider-Man issue number 21. Alright guys, for those of you who didn't make the last review, the Superior Spider-Man, the last time we left Dr. Otto Octavius, the new Spider-Man, he was in the middle of starting his own company in Peter's body called Parker Industries. And there was a villain who I didn't know who it was. There's a lot of minor villains in the Spider-Man continuity. Well, this one apparently I found out in this issue is called Stunner, and she was an overweight woman who fell in love with Dr. Otto Octavius, and she was given technology to create life holograms, which we're going to see in this issue. So, without further ado, it's time for another RedNeck review with me, Robert Lawrence, on the Superior Spider-Man number 21. Alright, we start off this issue in the Daily Bugle, and Robbie Robertson is the new head of the Bugle, and he is trying to, they're moving to a new building. He's trying to get all his ducks in a row. So it's another day, yada yada yada. All of a sudden, something comes smashing through the wall. It's Stunner, and she's telling them she's looking for Spider-Man because she heard that he killed Otto Octavius. Mr. Robertson tells him, look, Spider-Man doesn't hang around here anymore. But if you really, really want to, get caught by him, just keep doing what you're doing. Break some walls and stuff. Those spider bots right there, they let him know everything that's going on in the city. So just keep what you're doing. And it slides back to the Empire State University, where where the Otto Octavius in Peter Parker's body is trying to get his doctorate. And the last time we saw him, one of Dr. Otto Octavius's former colleagues recognizes his work. He thinks that Peter Parker is plagiarizing and taking all of Otto Octavius's ideas, when in fact it's Otto Octavius just submitting ideas that he had. And we see Peter here with his lovely new little midget girlfriend, and they really wrote this character really well. I'm going to show you why here in just a sec. But you see that one of Otto Octavius's former students, just mad that he's just mad that the student's trying to copy someone else's work. He's just doing his job. We see Otto over here just, she's trying to help Peter because she's really in love with him, and this Otto Octavius is truly in love with her too, and she's, he's just trying to figure out why a retractable platform and stuff. He's trying to figure out why it's not working. I actually feel for Dr. Otto Octavius in this. He's just trying to, what he's doing is wrong for taking Peter's life and redirecting it, but he's actually trying to do right as a hero. And Lemez is the little lady that he's in love with, is just trying to help him. And he tells everybody he won't stand for this. And right what happens is one of the bots calls him. He's in his new spider suit. Apparently it can react and take all his clothes off, put up the suit one back on, and all at the same time. So we see a different side to him. And how cool these gadgets are. We see him over here being called by Spider Island, which is basically, in this particular new run, Dr. Octavius has blackmailed J. Jonah Jameson, the new mayor of New York, into giving him his own infrastructure. He has an island where he has his own spider called Spider Island, making fun of the Spider Island little crossover event they had in there. But he has this it's private SWAT team of just his little minions that do as he says, and they answer to Spider-Man and Spider-Man alone. Well, we see Stunner in here just going to town, and she's making as much noise as possible for for Spider-Man to come in and try and save her. Trying to save everyone, so she can have a chance to avenge Dr. Octavius. She doesn't know that Dr. Octopus is inside Spider-Man right now. He's got his revenge. And she is coming at him with just vengeance, and it slides to a Spider-Man's old girlfriend that he was dating with Peter Parker, the actual Peter Parker, and she comes to Otto Octavius's gravesite where she now knows what happened. She knows that Dr. Octopus switched bodies with Spider-Man, and she's feeling bad because you died, and no one mourned you till now. Well, that's going to change because now and soon the world will know, and they'll all come here to say. She knows what happened, and right when that goes on, the Otto Octavius funeral, she falls into the grave because it's empty, and a green hand takes her from the grave. Now the story slides back to Spider-Man versus Stunner, and she's just going on, "You killed him. You killed the only man I ever loved." And basically what she's fighting with is this life model hologram that can just be physically used to hurt people, and super strong, can be adapted to anything. She keeps telling him, "Well, your spider fluid can't hold me." He's like, "Yes, it can. I've changed the formula, stronger and longer." And he figures out that what she's working with is just a life model hologram. He says, track her down. He's going to go and he's going to fix this right now. And Spider-Man, the new superior Spider-Man, I don't like that name. I think Peter Parker was the superior Spider-Man. But he's going over here. Dr. Octopus, the superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock, is trying to figure out a way to keep his former colleague from going to the university. And this part was really cool. I rather liked it. It was Lemiz, Dr. Octopus's new girlfriend, Peter Parker's new girlfriend. And she's over here just trying to stand up for the guy that she is in love with and thinking that can do no wrong. And she doesn't realize that while he's doing this Peter Parker, this contraction of Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man's body, is planning on killing him. And he realizes that she's going to bat for him. It's just sort of sad because she doesn't realize what kind of person he really is, and it's sad that he can't get over it. Well, the cool thing in here is right when this happens, is he's finding this spot of humanity. A bus comes through the side of the building, and the Stunner has broken free, and just out of nowhere, where we don't see him, he lets loose a gigantic web to save his former colleague and Lemiz, which I'm glad I did. And we see him. Sorry, pages are slippery. This awesome shot right here. He says, "Got it." He says, "Move, can't hold this." And here you come, this life model decoy is coming in, getting ready to pounce on both of them. And he tells him, "Stunner, you mustn't. There are innocent people here." I like it because he's actually caring about the innocent people. And she's over here. He's got his old spider armors from the old Civil War days, and she's just pulling them off one by one while he's still trying to dangle this web. And what the guy that Lemiz is with, the former colleague, says, "Out of my way." He just leaves her under this bus, and the superior Spider-Man is just trying to save her and hold his balance at the same time while he's getting pounded on by Stunner. And she goes, "Yes, beg me for mercy, for forgiveness." And right as she's over here, the spider bots have found where she's at, and they sort of take her apart. And because of the connection severed, her hologram, her physical strong hologram, is deactivated. And Anna Maria Lemiz is just out of the. She slides herself out from under the bus while he's in there, and she wonders, how do you know my name? He goes, oh, I work. Peter Parker does all my stuff. He talks very fondly of you, and he goes to find Stunner, and she was hooked up to the machine. They apparently had knocked her out, and he gets an idea on how to handle her in the future. He taps into the holographic technology and does a replica of his old body, and so he can. She tells him, Otto, you're alive, but how? And he can control her and be the hero at the same time. So Dr. Octopus still has his villain inside of him. He tells him, he goes on to this spot. He's still in the spider body, but he uses his technology, this physical hologram, to go and tell her that tells her that he wants her to stop. You've got to stop. And he goes to the colleague of his that was going to rat him out to himself, basically. And he tells him, hey, you need to. He tells him in this story here, he tells Peter, hey, Dr. Otto Octavius came to me and told me that you were his prodigy and his assistant, and you came up with most of his ideas. He goes, well, yes, but I don't like to brag, basically. It's kind of a sad. It's not a sad story. It's the bad guy managed to keep his cool in the whole thing, and he tells Maria, you're a good Maria tells him, you're a good person, Peter Parker. In my experience, good things happen to good people. That part was great to them, but it was just sad because I think they're trying to goad him into being a better person. I wouldn't mind it if this superior Spider-Man, they kept it like this, if they would just bring in parts of the old Peter Parker. Well, like all good Spider-Man comics, they're going to lead you up to the next arc. Remember Spider-Man's girlfriend? She's taken by one of these new goblins. We don't know who this new Green Goblin is. We're not even sure it's Osborn. All we know is that this old Green Goblin is the former Hobgoblin, and she's stolen he's taken his sister, their brother and sister, the girl, and this other Goblin. And she takes his journal, which apparently has all the information she's found out about Dr. Octopus. So kind of sad. I mean, it's getting set up for the next arc or whatnot, which is Venom. It's not a Goblin arc. So we're going to see what happens. So all in all, for this issue of the Superior Spider-Man, for the story, I'm going to give it a 3.5 because it's not a standalone story. It is not particularly engaging, and I had to go and look up who Stunner was. For the art has been consecutive to the thing, and I'm going to give it the score I use for being a consecutive comic. It's going to be a 4.5 because it is very good art. Just not the best I've ever seen. All right, guys, that is your Redneck review from Robert, and the book itself is a $3.99 book, so I had to take a little bit off for that too. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening, and please keep us here. If you want more reviews on the Superior Spider-Man or just want me to go back over some stuff, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.